to read with y'all parts of the Bible, and we're going to start in Proverbs 11, and we're in the New International Version. To me, that is easier to understand. It takes out the words like though, thou, thee, all of that. It takes all of that out and it just makes it easy for you to understand. So the book of Proverbs is basically it's like instructions. It just instead of like the stories and whatnot that you find in the Bible, the book of Proverbs basically I need to get my charger, guys. But the book of Proverbs basically helps you just navigate through life. Like as you can see right here, the first couple words in chapter 11. Well, Proverbs 11. Hold on, give me 1 second while I find the charger really quick. Okay, so I'm back. I had to get a charger. I'm sorry, y'all. But like I was saying, we're gonna be just reading in Proverbs so we could get some knowledge of the Bible and the word. Because a lot of people like try to say they don't believe it because man wrote it, but if you do read it and you take your time to read it, you will see that there are some things that you can learn. So we're in Proverbs. Proverbs is basically like straight to it with the instructions. It's no stories. It's literally telling you what to do, what not to do, right? So the first thing I notice is the Lord detests honest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. Think about that, right? Number two, when pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with humility comes wisdom. Come on, think about it. You ever think about somebody who's prideful, or even if you're going through a time where you're just full of pride? It makes sense as you read on. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by duplicity. Wealth is worthless in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless make their path straight, but the wicked are brought down by their own wickedness. Come on now, think about the world. Think about the things that you see happen, right? Like it all makes sense. When you read the Bible and you see what's going on, it all makes sense. But if you leave the Bible out and you see what's going on, you may get scared. You may start questioning God. You may start feeling like, in dismay. You may start feeling down, whatever. It could be anything, right? But if you don't have the word to back up what you're seeing, it's just life can feel like it's in shambles. So that's why it's important to read the word. The next thing I see is righteousness. The righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the unfaithful are trapped by evil desires. Do you hear that? Hope placed in mortals die with them. All the promise of their power comes to nothing. The righteous person is rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. What? How could people not want to read this? Like, how could people not want to take time and figure out just what's going on in life? It's real. The righteous person is rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. With their mouth, the godless destroy their neighbors, but through knowledge and righteous escape. Through knowledge, the righteous escape. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices. When the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy. Through the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted, but by the mouth of the wicked it is destroyed. Whoever derides their neighbor has no sense, but the one who has understanding holds their tongue. This right here, you want to highlight. Wait, sorry guys. You want to highlight all of this because there's some times where we want to say some stuff and we shouldn't, right? Because you got to hold your tongue sometimes. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. For lack of guidance, a nation falls. Think about the world, what you see. As I'm reading, think about life in general. Think about your experiences. Think about people you know, their experiences. Think about the world, what's going on, the operations, how people are going about. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer, but whoever refuses to shake hand and pledge is safe. Listen to this one right here to the women. A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. That is wild. Those who are kind benefit themselves, but the cruel bring ruin on themselves. A wicked person earns deceptive wages, but the one who sows righteousness reaps a sure reward. Good behavior gets you good living, good lifestyle. Things work out for you, and people don't understand why it's working for you like that. Heart posture is everything to God. Like you could look one way on the outside, but it's like God weighs the heart. And that's in the Bible too. It says man looks at the outward appearance, but God weighs the heart. You could look like this, but your heart is really that, right? So it's all about heart posture. Truly the righteous attain life, but whoever pursues evil finds death. The Lord detests those whose hearts are pure. Look, here we go. Right here. I was just talking about the heart. The Lord detests those whose hearts are perverse, but he delights in those whose ways are blameless. Be sure of this. The wicked will not go unpunished, but those who are righteous will go free. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. Think of the world, y'all. Think of the world. What is going on? I promise you, as I'm reading this, please reflect on life. Reflect on it because you stumbled on this video for a reason. And you're staying for a reason, right? So maybe these words are going to benefit you today, tomorrow, and the days to come. Okay? So let's go to the next verse. The desire of the righteous ends only in good, but the hope of the wicked only in wrath. One person gives freely, yet gains even more, meaning you share, right? Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. You're stingy, it's not going to work. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. This is like the cheat code. It's the cheat code for your life to just be full of stuff. And it's not like you're doing it for that. It's your heart. It's who you are, right? Like certain things is just who I am. People always ask me, how do you forgive this person? It's just who sometimes I get mad at it, right? But at the end of the day, God has me. And I feel happy. I feel full of life. I wake up, I'm happy. I go outside, I enjoy things, right? I look for the beauty all over the place, right? People could be complaining, and I'm looking for things to make it better, right? And And your eye means a lot. Your perception means a lot about you, right? So we have to dig into ourselves and line up with the word so we can reap good things. And it's not just material things. It's it's your mentality. It's how you're handling yourself. Your right, your countenance. It's just who you are, right? Your disposition. It all plays a part into something. Okay, on to the next. One person gives freely yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly but comes to poverty. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. People curse the one who hoards grain, but they pray God's blessing on the one who is willing to sell. Whoever seeks good finds favor, but evil comes to who searches for it. Mm. Those who trust, hold on, guys. Okay. Those who trust in their riches will fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf. Whoever brings ruin on their family will inherit. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can see my whole screen. We just going to share for tonight. Okay. But the main focus is listening to this word. Um, Whoever trusts in their riches will fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf. Whoever brings ruin on their family will inherit only wind, and the fool will be the servant to the wise. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and the one who is wise saves lives. If the righteous receive their due on earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? Nobody is going to go without reaping what you have sown. And it comes down to you changing, us changing. You come with a repentant heart and you tell God, sorry, and you change your ways and you try to do things different. It's going to work out for you. And the Lord is going to forgive you because He's a forgiving God. But going forward, you have to do things different. And you have to be alert and excuse me, aware of yourself and the things that's going on around you so you can start correcting things, because life dumps so much stuff on us and it literally tries to choke out the good things that are inside of us to where we're not good anymore. So we become like the things that we despise. If you're not aware of yourself, and if you're not aware of your surroundings and aware of your relationship with God and read your word, life will choke you out. Life will knock your lights out, literally. So I encourage you to read the word. But on to the next. We're on 12. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. My goodness. Good people attain favor from the Lord, but He condemns those who devises wicked schemes. You're plotting evil, you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing, thinking nobody can hear you, but God can. Fix that. Don't let the devil use you, because when you do, you have to deal with God. So you got two different things. You got the devil who's playing with you down. Now you got to get corrected by God. The Bible literally says it's better to fall in the hands of man than the true and living God. You know how like crazy and wild people are? God said it's better to fall into their hands than into His. He is on the way of being corrected or chastised, or His hand is against you because you're wicked and you're doing evil stuff. What? I don't want no parts of that. Okay? But anyway, no one can be established through wickedness, but the righteous cannot be uprooted. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown. Women, listen up. But a disgraceful wife is like decay in his bones. The plans of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceitful. The word of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous stands firm. Y'all see what's going on in the world. A person is praised according to their prudence, and one with a warped mind is despised. Better to be a nobody, listen to this. Better to be a nobody and yet have a servant than to be someone, than to print, I'm sorry, then pretend to be somebody and have no food. Sorry, I got a tongue tied. The righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. Man, those who work their land will have abundant food. You see that? Work their land. And it doesn't mean corporate. It could mean finding out what you're good at and making the world a better place. Period. Right? But those who chase fantasies have no sense. See? So it's like, it's just a thin line. And you got to get with God to get the answers. When you don't, you're feeling your way around and you're just blinded. Right? So you make sure that you're spending time with God so you can find the answers. Okay? I can't see. I don't even know what that is, but I'm not even going to do it. But yeah, the time with God is very important because everything around you will try to make you be something that you're not, and then you get caught up in it, and then it's just like water. Like the currents come and pull you, and you don't even. Sometimes you don't even. Not you, but if like someone gets swept away, they didn't even see it coming, right? And then now they realize they're so far out, and they're in a danger zone, right? So sometimes we could do that with life, right? We don't have our safety net, which is God, okay, and we're unaware of what's going on. You could be in a danger zone. Okay, the righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. The wicked desire the stronghold of evildoers, but the root of the righteous endures. Evildoers are trapped by their sinful talk. Listen to this. And so the innocent escape trouble. From the fruit of their lips, people are filled with good things, and the work of their hands bring them reward. The ways of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice. Oh, my girl's texting me. I was like, hey, girl, we on YouTube. See, y'all get to be all in my business tonight. This is a lot of vulnerability to get on here and read the word because some people don't want God. Some people don't want the Bible. They always say, oh, man wrote it. Man did everything we got going on. God flows through people. Okay? The Spirit flows through people. But back to what I was saying. The words of the reckless, okay, an honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies. Fools show, okay, I gotta go back. I was trying to read two things at one time. Fools show their annoyance at once, but their prudence overlook an insult. Y'all know what that is. An honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies. The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. You want to be a good person. Speak life into people. Hey, sometimes you're going to seem annoying to people. Sometimes you're going to seem like the bad guy because you're or a weirdo because you're doing stuff that nobody wants to do or that nobody's doing. Everybody's following each other and they're being who everybody else is being. It's like copycats. And then you're the one doing all the work of telling people what's right and wrong, telling people they were wrong, telling people they need to apologize, tell people, right? But also correcting yourself too. Don't leave you out, okay? Okay, the words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a minute. Deceit is in the hearts of those who plot evil, but those who promote peace have joy. No harm overtakes the righteous, but the wicked have their fill of trouble. This is my favorite going down here. The Lord detests lying lips, lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. The prudent keep their knowledge to themselves, but a fool's heart blurts out folly. Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. Work, do stuff, and it's not like I say. I'm gonna keep saying it. You don't have to work for corporate America. You could work for the body of Christ. You could find out what you're good at, and you might just be good at helping people. And that might be the biggest thing that you ever decided to do, or the something that you've been running from for years. And that's your calling. But you can't stand how people are, and people did this to you, people did that to you. You're not trusting them, you're trusting God. You're doing work for God. You can't tell God no. You could go and do your own thing for how many ever years you want to, but you're still going to come back full circle to what you were brought on this earth to do. So I feel like it's just time to tap into that. We're at a place where if you look around us, there's so much going on. It's like we need good people to tap in. We need people to deal with themselves so they can become healed and tap into the power that was given to us. Because people are not tapping into the power that was given to us. That's why they're being used by the enemy, because they're weak. They think they're strong. They're really weak. And I'm not saying like, oh, teasing them like, oh, they're weak or strong. No, I'm saying like they need help, right? And you went through so much stuff. You should be doing stuff that they're doing, but you're not. You're still caring. You're still giving. You still love people. You still want to help. You still want to do all of this stuff for people. And God could use you. Whether you draw, you sing, whether you're good at talking to people, you're good at nursing them back to health, anything. You can be used, and it's just time, right? And that could be your work that you're getting paid for. You start a business of what you're good at. And it's not just like all the beauty stuff. I mean, there's so much more to stuff. And yeah, if you're doing beauty stuff, have good conversations with your people, right? Don't bring them in there gossiping. Fill them up with stuff, because you only get a couple minutes with them. And I mean, it could be 60 minutes, but regardless, it's just a little bit of time. But that little bit of time could be so impactful. So that's, just be mindful of the gifts that God has given you. You don't want to sleep on them, and you don't want to constantly be working for a job that doesn't know you because you're just trying to get by and make a living. And that's not what God brought us here for. Yeah, he said work the land. Okay. There's so much inside of us that he has given us. And that's why I keep going back to saying like that time with him is so important, because when you get that time, you get that knowledge of who you are, what you're supposed to be doing, what you need to deal with, right? Who you need to cut off, who you need to add on, personality trait or trait that you need to pick up, something you need to let go, right? You may be too hard, you may be too soft, you may be too stern, you may be too right, maybe too emotional. So much stuff that is on us because of what we went through. You don't get that time with God, you never get it out for you, and you're not reaching your full capacity. Sorry, I just saw water, but you're not reaching your full capacity of who God wants you to be. So you have to be so invested in what God wants for you. Because you will get caught up in the world and they will tell you who to be, and you'll end up doing it. And then you will resent your life. You'll be an old head that's bitter. You don't want that. We see a lot of them. We know some of them, right? You don't want to be that. But anyway, a wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. From the fruit of their lips, people enjoy good things, but the unfaithful have an appetite for violence. Those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. Y'all see that? Your words mean everything, but your words come from your thoughts and your heart. So if you're speaking like that, it's a heart thing, right? A sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, But wickedness overthrows the sinner. One person pretends to be rich yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor yet has great wealth. A person's riches may ransom their life, but the poor cannot respond to threatening rebukes. The light of the richest shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. Where there is strife, there is pride. Now think about that. Fighting, right? People going back and forth, like contention. It's just not getting along. There is pride, right? And pride boastful. You're at the top, right? It's just so much. And there's another verse in the Bible that references pride. It says, pride comes before destruction and haughtiness for before pride comes before destruction and haughtiness before a fall. Haughtiness is like you think you better than everybody. Pride to me is like power, like, right, and it's used in the wrong way. Gotta be careful with that. Like somebody saying to you, like, and I'm just using an example, like say if you was like somebody in the streets and you in a certain neighborhood and they like, yeah, don't come over here no more. And I'm just gonna use this sample, which is probably so many people who can't relate to this, but it's still something, right? But it's like, yeah, don't come over here no more. If I see you over here again, I'm gonna do this to you. Your pride will make you want to go back. Cause it's like, who you think you are? Instead of avoiding danger, taking a higher route, even though you know you could do some things, right? Pride will make you want to go back. And then that brings destruction on your life. Because now either you got to defend yourself or the person harms you, right? So that's just what it is. Or, oh, well, I'm not going to call them. If they don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to them. It's like, it's prideful, right? Sometimes you take the better road. And even if it makes your stomach turn, when you push through it, God's seeing you. He sees the growth. If the people don't, they don't. It don't even matter. You gain from that. I promise you. You gain from that. And it's like the sun is like, you're like, oh my God. I didn't think I was able to do that. But you give thanks to the Lord when those times present themselves, because it teaches you something and you grow. Whether the other people don't get it, oh well. They don't grow, oh well. But anyway, dishonest money dwindles away. You're stealing, you're doing things wrong, you know. But whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. God will do it. He will give you the desires of your heart. Whoever scorns instruction will pay for it. If you don't like nobody to tell you nothing, tell you about yourself, right? Oh, I know. They telling you, oh, I already know. Instead of you just being quiet, listening. Even if you don't agree with it, you could tell them at the end, right? And then later on, the Lord might come and show you, like, hey, that was me who told them to tell you that, right? So you want to just be careful with that too. Um, the teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. Good judgment wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful leads to their destruction. All who are prudent act with knowledge, but fools expose their folly. I wonder what this is. Okay. Okay. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. Whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame. You hear that? But whoever heeds correction is honored. Gotta be open. You hear me? But it, like I said, it's a thin line, because there's some things that will come and try to wipe out your knowledge of God and what God showed you or told you in your alone time. So there's a thin line, but as you get your relationship strong, you know His voice, like it says in the Bible. My sheep know my voice. If your parents call you, you know their voice. If you're out somewhere and someone screams your name, you know it's your mom or your dad by their voice. Same with God. We As you build the connection in the relationship, you will know God's voice. You know it's Him. You know who it is. You start to be able to identify, that's not from the Lord. God didn't say that, right? Or that's I know exactly who that is, right? So anyway, walk with the wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffers harm. Trouble pursues the sinner, but the righteous are rewarded with good things. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. An unplowed field produces food for the poor, but injustice sweeps it away. Whoever spares their rod hates their child. Here we go. Discipline, everything. So you do it to your kids, and God does it to us. That's the cycle. But the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. The righteous eat to their heart's content, but the stomach of the wicked goes hungry. Bible is so deep, y'all. So deep. It gives us all the answers. It's so crazy. Unreal. Who do I have here? I got one lucky person hanging out with me. One lucky person, guys. Well, stream had okay. But I don't know why this keeps doing. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears hers down. Whoever fears their Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in their ways. Okay? Gotta be careful. That's why I say it's so important to read this. Because you can spot stuff, you can see stuff in people, and you avoid them instead of just wanting to be with them and then find out the hard way. You just spot it, and you don't walk away because you feel better. You pray for them. You're like, you got to be able to know dangerous situations. You got to see things out, not just right then and there. You got to see it out. Like, okay, that could turn bad, right? Whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in their ways. A fool's mouth lashes out with pride. There go that word pride again. Pride before destruction, haughtiness before a fall. Pride brings destruction, but the lips of the wise protect them. Where there are no oxen, the manger is empty, but from the strength of an ox come abundant harvest. An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. Don't be liars, guys. We can't do that because it's actually on the list of the 7 things that the Lord hates. Lying tongues. If you don't want to tell the truth, just don't talk about it. Somebody asks you a question, and then most times, if you can tell the truth, we shouldn't be doing it. But then if it's something that's your business, and people don't have the right to know it, they're just being in your business, just don't answer it. Don't talk about it. And if they have a problem with it, that's on them because it's your business. An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. A mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. Think about the people you connected to. Think about the stuff that they're talking to you about. Think about the things that they tolerate. Think about the things you tolerate because that is you. I'm not going to tolerate certain things because I'm not doing it, right? Or because it's not me. So if it's not you, why are you tolerating it? because you love someone. If you love someone, you will correct them. And if they can't take it, that shows you who they are. Now you have a decision to make. Move around. Move around because it does not line up with your life and what God said and where you're going, right? So we have to be careful with that. I'm going 35 minutes in. I've been here for 35 minutes. That's what's up. Anyway, the mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. The wisdom of the prudent is to give is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of the fool is deception. Fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. Each heart knows knows its own bitterness, yes, and no one else can share its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end leads to death. That's what I'm saying. Thin line. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Hold on, y'all. Let me drink some more water. But the Bible's so deep. Y'all can't say it ain't. Don't let people fool you like, oh, man wrote it. I can't stand that. Man wrote it. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. Even in laughter, the heart may ache, and rejoicing may end in grief. Now that's deep. That is so deep. Like people could be smiling, laughing like they all cool, but inside it's just aching. Take it to God. If that's you, take it to God. The faithless will be fully repaid for their ways, and the good rewarder for theirs. The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. Yep. Watch yourself. The wise fear the Lord and shun evil, but a fool is hot-headed and yet feels secure. Man, that right there. In the next one, 17, a quick-tempered person does foolish things, and the one who devises evil schemes is hated. Right there. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. I want to go to Proverbs. Where I want to talk to people. Let me see. Someone's telling me go to a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Somebody coming to you, ask you something. That's what I'm saying. Like going back to people being in your business. Like you don't gotta be all rude. Like mind your business. It's just, I don't want to answer that. Even if you, because your flesh is going to want to go off. There's going to be so many situations where your flesh wants to go off. But you have to acknowledge that your flesh is against God. So you got to tame it. Literally. Like you're going to think some things and then be like, dang, I shouldn't have thought that. Or you might think some things that go with the thought. And then later on think, I shouldn't have did that. But when you acknowledge like, yo, the flesh is so treacherous. Like it really wants to lead you somewhere of no return, whether it's with overindulging, whether it's with being angry or you're paying people back because of things they did to you, or you get a whole bunch of resentment in your heart, or you're just lust and everything is perversion to you. Like you can't even just be anywhere and enjoy it. Everything is just nasty, right? It's just so much. Are you just overdoing this, overdoing that? The list could go on. Y'all know what I mean, though, right? It's just the flesh is designed to line you up. That's why it's like, get the knowledge so you can have it. So when the flesh tries to run the show, your knowledge pops in. Like, remember what it said? Proverbs 11, it said, don't, right? Pride comes for destruction, but haughtiness before fall, right? You know, I'm being silly, but seriously, like, you gotta remind yourself sometimes. You gotta be, the word has to be on your heart so you can navigate and win. Because you're a winner and you're strong and you're full of power and you're full of so much good on the inside of you and your heart with God. You have all of these things to share with the people who are dark, who are sad, who are angry, who are liars, right? You're coming in setting an example. And by you just being who you are, it makes them want to change. Like, even people treat you bad, it's like you're you could have cussed them out, but you didn't, and they'll never forget you. Like, dang, that was rude to her. That was rude to him. He should have cussed me out. He should have hit me, right? But on to the next. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, keeping watch on the wicked and the good. The soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse tongue crushes the spirit. Yep. A fool spurns a parent's discipline, but whoever heeds corrections shows prudence. The house of the righteous contains great treasure, but the income of the wicked brings ruin. Mm-mm-mm. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, but the hearts of the fools are not upright. See, told you God is a heart God. He's worried about that heart posture. Heart upright, heart upright, heart upright, heart and upright. Facts. The Lord detests the sacrifice of the wicked, but the prayer of the upright pleases him. The Lord detests the way of the wicked, but he loves those who pursue righteousness. Stern discipline awaits anyone who leaves the path. Yes, walk a straight path. Look straight ahead. It's going to be beautiful things on the side of you. Things that look so interesting. Things that look appealing and make you want to go off the straight path. Temptation everywhere. You hear me? Everywhere. Oh my God. But anyway, the one who hates correction will die. Death and destruction lie open before the Lord. How much more do human hearts? Mockers resent correction, so they avoid the wise. A happy heart makes the face cheerful, but heartache crushes the spirit. The discerning heart seeks knowledge, but the mouth of a fool feeds on folly. Just like all the bad gossip, all the, what they say, all the tea. Like, why are you interested in all of that? There's so much you could be gaining, but you want to know about all of that mess. And he did what? And she said, what? And did you hear about Cardi B? Like, did she? What are you talking about? Where has your life gone? Right? Will yourself back in and focus on the things that really matter. That's why I say, don't get caught up in the world. It will pull you away like that current. Like that current, it pulls you away and you're in the danger zone. Gotta be careful with that. But all the days of the oppressed are wretched, but the cheerful heart has a continual feast. Better a little with fear of the Lord than great wealth with turmoil. Have all that money, but your life still feels so empty. Better a small serving of vegetables with love than a fattened calf with hatred. A hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms a quarrel. The way of the sluggard is blocked with thorns, but the path of the upright is a highway. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Don't be mad at your parents, for real. And don't disappoint them, and don't embarrass them. And if they are not right parents or they let you down, take it to God. He is your first father. He will show you the way to go, and he will make your heart soft towards them to where you forgive them. And that doesn't mean you have to go back around them, but you forgive them. And it suits you well. It suits you well. It goes well with your soul to be forgiving. I promise you. Folly brings joy to the one who has no sense, but whoever has understanding keeps a straight course. Plans fail for a lack of counsel. Yeah, sometimes you need help, sometimes you need more than one person. But look, there you go. But with many advisors, they succeed. A person finds joy in giving a reply. And how good is a timely word? The path of life leads upward for the prudent, to keep them from going down the realm of the dead. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, but he sets the windows, boundary stones in place. The Lord detests the thoughts of the wicked, but gracious words are pure in his sight. Look at this. The breedy green, the breedy, I'm sorry, I'm saying, oh my God. Oh my goodness. The greedy bring ruin to their household, but the one who hates bribes will live. Right. Scam man. Y'all know. The heart of the righteous weighs its answers, but the mouth of the wicked gushes evil. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayers of the righteous. That's what I'm saying. Being good gets you in a lot of good places. Being good makes your life better. And I mean, good behavior. There's going to be things going against you. There's going to be thoughts that you're fighting. There's going to be, right, we're not perfect, but acknowledging this stuff, noticing it, having basically a handle on how your life is going instead of things just going out of control. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayers of the righteous. Light in the messenger's eyes brings joy to the heart, and good news gives health to the bones. Whoever heeds life-giving correction will be at home among the wise. Those who disregard discipline despise themselves, but the one who heeds correction gains understanding. Wisdom's instructions is to fear the Lord, and humility comes before honor. Thank y'all all for listening to me. I appreciate it so much because it's the Bible, and a lot of people run from the Bible. They have their own perception on it, or they've been at church and people at church gave them a bad taste in their mouth, and now they don't want nothing to do with God or anything connected to God. But people have to realize that it is never God who makes you turn from him. It's those who represent him. So you want to make sure if you are still a believer in your heart, you want to make sure you're doing things right. Because if someone was to hear or see you being or saying something, would they know that you are a believer in God? And that's what happens with those who don't want to go to church no more. Like I said, they get a bad taste in their mouth because of those who were representing God. It's never because of God. So back to what I was saying, you don't want to let someone ruin it for you. Because how they were makes you want to walk away from God. No. It don't go like that. You have your own relationship so you know who he is. You have your own relationship so you know how the people are and what they're going to go through and how they're going to be used by him or by the evil one, right? You get these understandings. Stuff is not so heavy on you and it's not destroying you. It's actually building you up and making you stronger and stronger. It's not destroying you. That's what the devil wants. He wants you to be destroyed. So all these things in life that happen, it will destroy you if you don't have the relationship with God. And not just saying it, I'm saying putting the work in, reading, praying, giving things up, changing things in your life, right? Trying to find a church to go to, trying to find people connected. It's just so much bad stuff goes on and it tries to just suck the life out of us. So all this I'm saying is it's just important. It's very important. See? All the person's ways seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. The Lord detests all of the proud of the heart. Be sure of this. They will not go unpunished. And see, that's what I'm saying. That pride. Woo, that pride, boy. If you got pride, you listen to this. You scan yourself. Make sure you don't have no pride. I was going through it and I had to dig it out. Like, hold on, God. Don't be mad at me, please. I don't want to be on the other side of this. I want to be on the side that he is like, okay, you're cool. I don't want to be the kid. It's like a room full of kids and the parent come in whooping people because they was cutting up. I want to be the one that's like, you're good. I didn't hear you was cutting up, but y'all over here, y'all getting it. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not trying to make it like it's just this big and bad, but it's just like he's our father. You gonna let your kids cut up? No, you're not. You're not gonna let them cut up. And once you start getting this knowledge, you're really held accountable. Through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just don't do certain stuff. Like, I want my dad to come in here snapping out. They and their kids in there doing stuff. Just think about when you young, like all the kids, they and their kids and they're cutting up. Like, you tell your mom, like, oh, everybody was doing it. If everybody's jumping off the bridge, you won't jump off the bridge. That is funny as heck, but then you get older and it's the same way with God. He's like, but what did I say? I don't care what they were doing, but what did I tell you to do? It's so deep, y'all. But the Lord detests all the proud of the heart. Be sure of this. They will not go unpunished. Through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's ways, he causes their enemies to make peace with them. I know that's right. Better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. See, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, you can go on and do what you think is best for you. If you're never consulting with God, you're just going to keep going on and come back full circle. Or are you going to keep doing it and become an old head and become bitter because you're not satisfied with your life? And it's because you didn't reach your full potential. And that comes with spending time with God, getting a relationship with him to get the answers. But if you don't, you're going to feel your way around, or you're going to let the world tell you who you are. And you're going to believe it. This is what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I'll just do this. No, meanwhile, God gave you this crazy power to make a major change in certain people. But you want to be able to doing your own thing. Not starting your own business of what God brought you here for. Like, it's so crazy how life just, like I said, that current in that ocean just sweep you. Whew, you gone. You in the danger zone. Get your security on. Pay attention to your surroundings. Know the motion. And you know all of that by getting connected with God. The lips of a king speak as an oracle, and his mouth does not betray justice. Honest scales and balance belongs to the Lord's. All the weights in the bag are his making. Kings detest wrongdoing, for a throne is established through righteousness. Kings take pleasure in honest lips. They value the one who speaks what is right. A king's wrath is a messenger of death, but the wise will appease it. When a king's face brightens, it means life. His favor is like a rain cloud in spring. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver? You hear that? How much better is it to get wisdom? Wisdom weighs more, because if you got that, you're good. You could get gold and not know anything and lose it, or bring danger to your life, bring losses to your life. To get insight rather than silver. The highway of the upright avoids evil. Those who guard their ways preserve their life. See, like I was saying earlier, that example, pride. People, it's a power struggle. People tell you can't do this. You're like, oh, I'm going to do it. And you're not even thinking about the danger of it all. Those who guard their ways preserve their lives. Pride, look, here it goes. I just said that verse earlier. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall, guys. This is so big because it goes all across the board. It could be with family, friends, jobs, locations, your heart, your neighborhood, right? You feel what I'm saying? Anything. If pride is there and you're playing a part in it, just know destruction is following a little bit behind. Oh, because they ain't gonna tell me, oh, who they talking to. You want to puff up, show all your power. You don't even know this person crazy as hell. This person is just being used by the devil. The devil just lined you up. You just let God deal with it. You swallow it. Say, that's why they say I'm gonna swallow my pride, because really, it's a big pill. Because your flesh wants to act out. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna tell them. Oh, I'll let them know. I'm not the one. Oh, they gonna get all pride. It's all pride. It's lining you up. That's all it's doing. You know who you are. You know how strong you are. You know what you could do. You know where you came from. You know where you're going. Some things you just let it slide. Like, you got it. You lucky though. You lucky. But let them slide. Do your little chuckle between you and God. Lord. They lucky. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for showing. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for teaching me, telling me. I can't see no chats, guys. So if I'm getting any and I'm not responding, I apologize. I cannot see no chats. But I'm going to let y'all go. It's been real. And I will be back. I will be doing this more often. This is the book of Proverbs. If y'all want to know where we was at tonight, I started in 11. We went to 16. So I think I might just do 5 every time I get on here for those who want to listen. And if you're not there yet, it's okay. You'll get there one day. God bless you. And I hope y'all have a good night. To the person that just came in, I'm going to read one more for you. We were reading the Bible and we're talking about some good stuff. But anyway, gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. Better a patient person with than a warrior. Oh my God. One with self-control than one who takes the city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. A violent person entices their neighbor and leads them down a path that is not good. See? People like, come with me. Let's go do this. Look, we out here, what? Cheat on your man. Cheat on your girl. Cheat on your wife. Cheat on your husband. Steal that. What, we scamming. People leading you to this stuff, you know who that is. Come on now. A perverse person stirs up conflict. See? And a gossip separates close friends. See? That's what I'm saying. It's all in the Bible. It's all here. You feel like you can't figure things out in life? Just read Proverbs and read it in New International Version. I'm on Bible Gateway. But New International Version, if you click here, it gives you like a whole bunch of versions. And then the words change. Like the wording changed. Like if you go to King James, they're going to have die, though, D in it. And a lot of people don't understand this, so that makes them not want to read it. But I find that New International, and then I go between that and King James just because I want to make sure it's saying what it's saying. Because New International gives you straight to the point. It's not going to twist you up. And the devil can't play with you like, oh, did it mean that? No, it meant that. No. It's straight up saying, do not do this, do that. Say this, say that. Be like that. Okay, you're going to understand. Right? But anyway, I was going to show you King James real quick. If you go to King James. Oh, wait. Did I pass it up? Because sometimes it's at the top. Even as though this is alphabetical, it'd be at the top. Here we go. But It didn't even change it. I gotta do it right here. Sometimes it'd be at the very, very top. See that? See how the words are? Commit thy works unto the Lord, and that thought shall be established. And then the other way I was reading it, it was saying, for a man knows his ways, but God, let's just go back to it. Because I don't want to say the wrong stuff about the Bible. We on 16:3. See what King James say. Then commit thy ways. And then New International. Commit. See, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He established your plan. See, King James, commit thy ways. Right? Sometimes people get twisted up, but it's okay. God got you. Go ahead and take some time, read your word, pray, repent, forgive, love harder. If you got people connected to you in your life that are not going where you're going, it's okay to move around them. Know you are not better than them. Know you do not need to look down on them. You need to pray for them because you want them to open their eyes up and not walk blindly because it's dangerous in today's age. Remember, be aware of what's going on around you. Get your relationship with God. Don't let the current sweep you out, meaning the ways of the world. Don't let it sweep you out because when you do, you're in the danger zone. Tap into what God wants you to tap into. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. That's between you and God. Get into that relationship to get the answers so you can start your own business and you work for the kingdom and you change the world. Parts of it, right? One part at a time with God. Love you, and I hope you have